Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle and I like making PE teaching and lifestyle vlogs. So if you're interested in that type of content, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And in today's video, I'm gonna do a Q&A, PE teaching related Q&A. And this is actually part 2. The first time and the last time I did a Q&A teaching related last year, like literally a year ago. I will link that video in the description box if you want to see part 1. But this is part 2, and I asked some of you if you want to ask me some questions. I have 15 questions, and I'm not going to take too long answering them because I'm the type of person that when I watch Q&A, I just want it quick and to the point. Someone said, I'm not sure whether to pick primary or secondary. How did you know you wanted to teach the younger kids? So for me, I've only experienced with little kids. For me, I like the little ones because they're always excited, they're down for whatever, and I am such a kid at heart as well. So I'm just like so excited and so giddy all the time, especially with my kinder and first graders. I just love kindergartners, and I've taught preschool for so long, knew that I wanted to stick with primary kids. How can I teach abroad and work in the US as a PE teacher? And I get this question a lot. I made a video like last year on how to teach in the US if you live outside in the US, like if you live in a different country, and how to teach here. But this all really depends on school district and the requirements. You basically just have to contact the school's district's HR. There's tons of PE teaching jobs around in the US. You just have to apply for them, look at the requirements, what you need, and if you have any questions, just contact HR, ask them about requirements and stuff, because each state is different and they have different rules and stuff when it comes to teaching and how they can hire people from outside the US. Number 3, did you plan your own curriculum? In this district that I work in right now, we have a scope and sequence. So it's like a plan, a yearly plan of like what skills we need to work on each month and stuff. But we basically can do what activities we want to do with our students. And I love the flexibility of that, because I know with like classroom teachers, they have to hit specific areas in the curriculum, and they're like in a schedule when it comes to teaching the curriculum. But with my school district, it's not very strict on it, which I totally love, because like if I want to teach like soccer skills, I could teach soccer skills this month. If I want to do hockey, I can do hockey next month. Like it's very flexible and I like it. We do have a scope and sequence, and it just gives you like a brief what skills and like themes that we can do each month. 4, how did you create your sub binder? My sub binder is very basic, and I do have a video where I show you what my sub binder looks like. I'll link that in the description box. I basically just add in like the school information, my PE schedule, and then I email my lesson plans to the office people, and they just give my lesson plan to the sub. It's very simple, and I create my sub plans. I made a PE resource video, and I'll link that in the description box. But like Open Phys Ed, there's a bunch of lesson activities that you can grab from there and print out, and then use that as part of your sub plans. Tips on working with coworkers who has control issues. I'm the only PE teacher, so I don't work with other PE teachers in my building. I never had that problem before, and for me, I hate confrontation. So you might be that person too, like you just hate confrontation. You don't like telling how you feel about certain situations. If you can, maybe you guys can compromise something. I think it's just important to like talk it out with your coworker and compromise something, and just let them know how you feel, and hopefully they respect you and that you guys can work it out. Hopefully they're able to compromise and just like let you teach and not have them butt in while you're teaching, because that is annoying. That would be so annoying. What is a typical structure of your PE classes? So usually I do the warm-up. We do the warm-up, and then I teach a specific skill. So maybe like a throwing skill. It really depends what the main activity is. And then after we've been practicing that skill, we move on and they practice using that skill and we do an actual game or main activity. Yeah, basically is warm up, skill, main activity, and then closing is where we calm down, calm our bodies before they go back to their classroom. I've been subscribed for a while and I remember you student teaching in an elementary class. Would you ever teach in the classroom? No, honestly, I would never. I would never. Even though my main degree is in elementary teaching, I would never want to teach in the classroom because I know how much work they do and I know I wouldn't be able to handle it. I mean, I know I can handle it, but I do not want to work for free. If they ever cut PE and they ask me to be a classroom teacher, I'm just not gonna do it. Just not for me. Stay in the gym or quit, because I'm not doing no classroom teaching. And I give props to those classroom teachers because they work so hard and they do their absolute best for their students. I already see it because with my husband, he teaches and I know he works a lot, even outside contract hours. I would hate it. What is your favorite grade to teach? I already answered this, and kindergarten. Kindergarten has my heart. They're just so cute, so precious, and I just love, love, love that grade. And it's probably because I've taught preschool for so long that kindergartners are my favorite. They're so cute. Even though I feel like sometimes I'm like herding cows, I just love them. They're my favorite. Can you see yourself teaching PE long term? Can you see yourself teaching PE long term? Are we being honest here? Let's be real. Honestly, I think I cannot last until retirement. Let's be real. Teaching in general is very exhausting, mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah, it's like it literally sucks your whole soul. And then when you come home, you just lay there. You just can't do anything else. Right now, since I'm young and able to move around and handle certain situation, I'm good for right now. But long term, I don't think I could see myself teaching long term. That's being real. I love it though. I love teaching PE. PE is actually, I think, is the best PE teaching job, I think. In my opinion. What did you do for your first day or first week of school? First day, first week, first couple weeks, maybe first month, we go over routines, procedures, rules, routines, procedures, practice and practice that until they can get it. That's what I did. My first week, I don't even start the actual like PE lessons. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. I make sure the activities are simple, activities that practice listening and following directions. So for example, like for my kinder to second graders, when we practice listening, I do simple like red light, green light. And yeah, it's basically that first week is very easy, mellow activities that helps them listen and follow directions and go heavy on routines and procedures. Have you worked with any EL students in PE? I did have to look up EL, so I think that means English language students, and yes, I have a bunch of students who are English language learners. Lots of visuals, lots of like repeating, even though they're kind of confused sometimes, like they get the activity so quickly. They learn when they see, so when they see other students doing it, they learn it so fast, which I love. But yes, I've worked with EL students in PE. I want to become a PE teacher, but I'm worried that I'd have to teach outside. Do PE teachers need to teach outside? This depends on your state, your school, what they provide. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's always raining, especially during fall, winter, spring. We do have a gym, we do have gyms, and I know for warmer places, they don't have gyms and they usually teach outside, but they probably have like a covered area. But if you have a problem like teaching outside, you should definitely, during the interview, when they ask, do you have any questions for us? You should ask questions like, Does your school provide a gym? Like, is there a requirement to teach outside? You should definitely ask those questions, because I know there's one person, this person actually has like a skin disease or something, that they cannot be in the sun for a long time. Definitely ask about that, because it's for your health and safety. It's really important to ask during the interview of what they provide in PE, and if they, you know, have a gym or not. How long are your PE classes, and how often do you see your students since you go to 2 schools? So I did answer that second question, that how often do you see your students since you go to 2 schools. I see 1 class each week, so that's not long at all. My PE classes, all of them are 45 minutes long. Yeah, it's not long at all if I only see them once a week for 45 minutes. Like 1 class per week. Would you consider teaching secondary PE? I was going to volunteer for a high school PE class. Like, I already met the high school PE teacher, and like I already told her like what days I was gonna start and when I will be there, but because of COVID, I wasn't able to experience or see that or observe that. So I'm not sure if I'd ever teach secondary PE. I am gonna plan on maybe observing one of our middle school PE teachers here in the district, and I would want to see what that would look like, because again, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say never, because who knows if I'll ever teach secondary. I want to see it first to see if it's something for me. I'm not gonna say yes or no, because I'm not sure if I would teach PE. I need to observe and see what that would look like. What's one thing you miss about teaching PE virtually? If you don't know, the first time I taught PE was virtually because of COVID, and one of the things that I miss a lot of things, but one of the things that I miss so much is there were no behavior problems during virtual PE. None. Because, you know, you're in a virtual setting and you control that Zoom setting. So with my kindergartners, well, my younger kids, I had to control the mute button, so they can't unmute themselves unless I let them unmute themselves. And that was nice. It was so nice. And if a kid was being disruptive, I would just mute them. And if they do it again, I would just, like, you know, they lose their privilege of unmuting. And that's what I miss about virtual teaching, is there were no behavior problems. But yeah, that is all the questions that I have. If you have other questions, you can definitely leave them down in the comments below, or you could DM me on my Instagram or email me. My email is in the description box. Comment, yeah. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I will see you next time.